1918, Kingfisher, Oklahoma. Thomas and Nancy Walton couple's baby is born. His name becomes Samuel Moore Walton. His father, Thomas, was a good farmer, but farming unfortunately couldn't earn enough money to provide for their livelihood. Especially during the Great Depression, they really went through economic hardships. That's why Thomas had to change his career, his job. He became a farm mortgage agent. Actually, the story gets a bit dark here. During the Depression, Thomas had to foreclose on farms. It was a very difficult situation, like knocking on doors and telling farmers they were losing everything. Hundreds of families were in difficult situations. Samuel watched his father give these notifications. He got to know shame, desperation, anger firsthand. He saw it up close. Here he learned something very important: the value of $1. His mother Nancy always told him something: never be afraid to try, and don't settle for being second. This saying never left his ears. Sam worked non-stop. He was selling magazine subscriptions, delivering newspapers. He was selling the milk he milked from their cows door to door and making income from that. The family moved from town to town: Missouri, Arkansas. They never stayed anywhere long and never had much money. But Sam was quite determined about making good money. In 8th grade, he became the youngest Eagle Scout in Missouri history. In high school, the football team where he was quarterback was state champion. He became class president. He was an honor roll student. He was chosen as the most versatile boy. Everyone who knew him knew very well that Sam Walton could succeed at anything he set his mind to. He went to University of Missouri to study business. He had to work 3 jobs at the same time to pay tuition. He worked as a waiter. He delivered newspapers. He worked as a lifeguard. And he was still class president. He tried to study by working tirelessly at many jobs. After graduation, Sam had offers from Sears and JCPenney. He chose JCPenney. He would earn $75 a month. This was quite a good amount of money. He learned many things here, down to the finest detail about retail. He gained knowledge about almost everything from customer service, inventory management, display techniques, to pricing strategies. Around that time, World War II broke out. Sam joined his country's army. He supervised security at ammunition plants. And in Oklahoma, he met Helen Robson. After a while, he married Helen in 1943. After the war ended, Sam really wanted to open his own store to apply what he had learned. Helen's father lent him exactly $20,000 for this business. Sam added the $5,000 he saved in the army on top of that $20,000. They bought a Ben Franklin franchise store in Newport, Arkansas. The population here was only 7,000. Everything changed here. Sam didn't do simple store management. He created a transformation. Every day he came to work at dawn. He would go to the door and examine competitor stores. What time they come to work, what products they buy, and how much they stock. How they move forward with pricing. These were important clues. He took notes on everything, but everything in detail. Then he decided to do the opposite of the notes he took. If competitors closed at 5 o'clock, Sam stayed open until 8, sometimes even until 10 on holidays. Other stores had limited options, but Sam filled his 5,000 square meter store space with variety: hardware, toys, clothing, household items, sports equipment. If customers wanted it, Sam kept it in stock. But here's the truly revolutionary part. Sam started going to factories. He was buying directly from manufacturers and selling directly. He was completely bypassing the wholesaler. Franchise provider Butler Brothers hated what Sam was doing. They were making money from wholesale markup. Sam didn't care about this at all. He could buy cheaper, and he did. He could buy directly for 70 cents a toy that Butler Brothers sold him for $1. That 30-cent difference went directly to the customer. He was pricing it at 90 cents instead of $1.25. Customers noticed this immediately. Rumors spread in Newport that Walton is selling everything very cheap. Farmers were coming to shop even from distant surrounding counties. They were buying 10 products instead of 3. This represented profitable shopping for everyone in the world, because even though they bought more products, they could easily afford to pay. Sam discovered something profound. Volume always beats margin. His competitor was selling 1 product with a 40% profit margin. Sam was selling 5 products with a 20% profit margin. Of course, he made more money. He carried more inventory, and customers loved him very much. The store sales exploded. From $80,000 in the first year, to $135,000 in the second year. It rose to $225,000 in the third year. But Sam was also innovating in other ways. He created one of the first self-service stores in Arkansas. Before this, customers were asking clerks for products behind counters. Sam put everything on open shelves. Customers could browse, they could touch products, they could compare prices, they could shop faster. This dramatically reduced labor costs. He needed fewer employees, and customers liked the freedom. He also started something new: cashier checkout lines, multiple registers at the front. Before this, each department had its own register. Sam centralized it. Faster payment, better cash control. Other retailers thought he was crazy. The local newspaper wrote articles about him. The genius child of Newport retail. Butler Brothers examined his store. How is he doing this? His store became the most profitable franchise in 6 states. P.K. Holmes also noticed. Holmes owned the building. His family had retail experience. He watched Sam's incredible success, and he wanted this for his own son. In 1951, Holmes refused to renew Sam's lease. Sam had no renewal option in his contract. He was forced out. Holmes offered to buy the inventory and fixtures for $50,000. Sam had no other choice. He accepted the deal. He gathered his family, and he had to leave Newport. Sam was completely devastated. He created a great business model with his own special strategies. He served customers better than anyone, and he lost everything because of a contract clause. His wife Helen saw him cry for the first time. So Sam made 2 vows that day. First, never sign a lease agreement without a renewal option. Second, never stop innovating. This step that had to be taken backward wouldn't break him. On the contrary, it would teach him a big lesson. Sam moved to Bentonville, Arkansas. Population 3,000. In 1950, he opened Walton's Five and Dime, another Ben Franklin franchise. But Sam was planning something bigger. He visited every discount store he could find. He took notes. He asked questions. He examined their systems. He saw the future. Discount retail, high volume, low prices, self-service. But there was a problem. All the big discount retailers were targeting cities: Kmart, Target, Woolworth. They wanted populations over 50,000. Sam thought they were wrong. He had a radical idea. What if you opened discount stores in small towns? In towns with 5 to 25,000 population, in towns that big retailers ignored. Everyone told him he was crazy. His own investors said no. Banks said no. Butler Brothers said no. Nobody believed small-town America could support discount stores. Sam didn't care. On July 2, 1962, he opened the first Walmart in Rogers, Arkansas. He was 44 years old. He had mortgaged everything: his house, his property, Helen's inheritance. Everything was at risk. The store was 18,000 square meters, enormous for Rogers. Sam designed the layout plan himself. Wide corridors, bright fluorescent lighting, shopping carts everywhere, and prices were clearly marked on everything. No bargaining, no confusion, just transparent pricing. Opening day was a big chaos. Sam and Helen both worked at the register. Their children stocked the products on the shelves. Sam's brother Bud managed the floor. They also hired a dozen local people. Most had never worked in retail, but Sam trained them by giving his own knowledge. He taught them the philosophy of the business. The customer is always right. Greet everyone and smile. Keep shelves full. Keep prices low. That's all. These are the keys to the entire working system. Customers flocked to the store from everywhere. Prices were unbelievably low compared to competitors. Sam constantly walked the floor asking customers questions and taking notes. By the first week, sales reached $35,000. The model worked perfectly. Sam made shopping a celebration, not just a transaction. He opened more stores with a clear strategy: stay in small towns that big retailers ignored. While Kmart and Target fought in cities, Sam owned the countryside with no competition. By 1967, 24 stores. By 1969, incorporated as Walmart Stores, Inc., he invested early in technology: computers, barcodes, satellite networks. He built distribution centers with the hub and spoke model. He called employees associates and shared profits with them. He created a culture of ownership. By 1985, 882 stores and almost $9 billion in sales. Sam became the richest person in America, worth $2.8 billion, but he still drove his 1979 pickup truck and never changed. Competitors finally noticed, but it was too late. Walmart had the systems, infrastructure, and culture nobody could match. In 1988, Sam opened the first supercenter combining groceries and merchandise. In 1991, Walmart became America's largest retailer, bigger than everyone. Sam had won. In March 1992, President Bush gave Sam the Presidential Medal of Freedom. 1 month later, Sam died of cancer at 74. His family was worth over $23 billion. Today, Walmart operates 11,000 stores in 27 countries with $600 billion in annual revenue. They employ 2 million people. The Walton family is worth over $200 billion, all because Sam asked, "What if we serve customers nobody else wants?" He didn't invent anything new, just applied old ideas to overlooked small-town markets with discipline. This is the Walmart story. Execution over innovation, discipline over genius, strategy over luck. Sam died in a hospital bed, still examining sales data, still obsessed, still competing. Most people quit when comfortable. Sam never quit. He built the world's largest company by serving people everyone else ignored.